Well, here we are again, and it's a new year, 2020. What a fantastic thing. The end of a decade, end of 2019, and 2020 marches in with a wham. Let's hope it's going to be bloody sight better than 2019. And the new decade will be one of more peace on earth and less bloodshed. Perhaps it will. You know, there are fewer deaths in war now, currently, at this moment, than there have been for a little while. Is it going to go on? I'm not so sure. Let's hope and pray. Let's hope and pray that we're in the beginning of a good moment when we don't go killing each other. We stay our hand. What do I got to say now, 2020? There are secrets, you know, I carry, like Shogun in James Clavell's book of that name. You remember he whispered his deepest, darkest secrets and the secrets of his greatest friendships into a well, because he would never tell another soul. The Japanese are a bit like that. They'd like to withhold their emotions. It's considered a quality to not express your emotions. Gosh, I'm not any good at it. But I am the custodian of more secrets than I was when I was young, some of which, more than a few of which, I shall take with me to my grave. Some of the secrets are secret shames of my own, and some of them are secrets of others. But there you go. I'll hold on to those and treasure them and bury them away. But the point is that here's a secret to share, I think, one it's taken me an entire bloody lifetime to learn. And it's the secret of forgiveness. It sounds really crappily trite when I say it like that, but it is a it is a kind of secret. Because, well, I mean, it's something I need more in my life because I deal with these hormone shifts. I get, you know, the male menopause for a start. People don't rate that, but hell, we all, us blokes, go through it. Women think the menopause is exclusively their own because they have the hormone shifts that are massive in their lives. But we get them too, us blokes. You know, shifts in levels of testosterone and so on. As you get older, it comes and goes in waves. And it's quite raw, I think, really. So you have to deal with that when you become wrinkly as a man. Plus, I had my own other issues with hormone shifts associated with pancreatic cancer, and then with the chemo that followed it. Interesting chemo. Every 28 days I get it now. It's not massive. It's a preventative dose, but boy, it knocks my hormones to hell. Suddenly, it's like being a woman, I think. Makes you realize what women have to go through. Jesus. Anyhow, what am I talking about? So all these emotion comes in, and I make a hell of a lot of emotion-driven errors, far more than I should do. I'm not great. I'm no Japanese shogun. I can't, stand against the vast swings and of the great tides of emotion that wash through you. I find myself more weepy than I get old. Most old men are weepy. What the hell is that? Little things, and now you're there crying. Good Lord. But the point is, so I value forgiveness from others because I need it, because I behave badly. And I value it as a gift I can give. You remember the Messiah, Christ, not that I want to preach or anything, but just in terms of self-preservation, the line is rather neat. Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those that trespass against us is the Christ prayer. You know that word trespasses. Christ did not use the word sins. He wasn't concerned about you saying fuck when you drop the pasta, or not going to church and spending too much time preening yourself in the mirror instead when you should be saying your prayers. Things like that. Those are sins. It didn't bother Jesus Christ. Not really. He was more up for complaining about our trespasses. Trespasses are a very specific class of sin. They're when you hurt another person, you know. And God, do we do that? Well, I think when I was a young man, and since, of course, but how I used to hurt women. So bloody selfish. I have been cruel and selfish. It's not for nothing that the Arab proverb goes, my toothache is worse than 100 dead in Jerusalem. Good Lord. So it bloody well is. We are self-concerned, selfish people. We are intrinsically selfish. And perhaps it's in our nature, like the story of the scorpion and the frog. You know that one, of course. I didn't mention it before, but I like it. That's all. I can't help liking it. It's a story. You know, about the wadi. I used to live in Oman for 6 years, me and my wife and my family, down in the Arabian Gulf, and their wadis flood, monsoon time, and they become raging torrents. The rest of the year they're dry as hell. There's nothing in them. Just stones and sand. Well, so there was this scorpion and this frog, and the water was coming, and the scorpion and the frog were stranded on a sandbank, and the scorpion was like to drown. Well, he would, wouldn't he? The water was coming up, and the frog looked at the scorpion, and he felt sorry for the scorpion. He said, "Come on, jump up on my back, and I can swim. I'll carry you to dry ground and higher ground, and you'll be safe, and you'll escape the flood." "Oh, wow," said the scorpion, and he jumped up on the back of the frog, and the frog set off across the raging tide of water to rescue the scorpion. Halfway across, the bloody scorpion went ka-tung with its tail and stung the frog. And the frog looked up at the scorpion as it began to grow numb from the venom. Looked up at the scorpion on its back, and it said to the scorpion, "Why did you do that? Now we shall both drown." And the scorpion looked down and said to the frog, "I'm so sorry, my friend, but it's in my nature." Well, there's so many things that are in our nature, hardwired for selfishness. That's us, isn't it? But if so, we should at least do what we can and forgive the selfishness of others, like Christ demanded we should. When somebody hurts us, we should forgive them. Even that selfish bugger of a boyfriend who dumps you, or in families, God. Families wound one another. Brothers and sisters, nephews and nieces. Selfishness. We should forgive. You carry anger around. It's like carrying a hot coal you want to throw at somebody else, and you're burning your own hand. We should forgive others. Forgive the trespasses of others. Forgive the wounds and the hurts that have happened to us. That would make a great New Year's resolution. We carry a lot of them. It's hard to forgive. That applies at a personal level, and so too between nations in international politics. Forgiveness is all too rare. We're going to forgive Iran for its misbehavior. Oh boy, is it misbehaved. We forgive it? Do we forgive China for murdering the Uyghurs? Difficult, isn't it? Yeah, 1 million people in prison camp. Hard to forgive. Do we forgive in international affairs? Do we forgive the Turks for murdering the Kurds, in northern Syria? Do we forgive them? Do we forgive Donald Trump for betraying the Kurds? Do we forgive them? Do we forgive all the predators that wound us as we have been predators? Well, in a sense we do. I think in international politics even. You're going to forgive Boris Johnson for being the prick he is? I mean, he is a bit of a... You're going to forgive him? Let him give him a chance? I guess we have to, don't we? We have to get on with life. We can't... I mean, that's not to say we're going to approve of China raping the Uyghurs, or of Donald Trump being such a arsehole, really, in many ways. We don't have to approve of them, but yeah, we should forgive them. I mean, international politics is based far too much on retribution. We have to get on with life, and we should forgive all our enemies, our personal ones, those that hurt and wound us in our daily lives, and the big beasts in the universe of international politics, and get on with it. Yeah, because life's too short. There's too much to be done, and we need to be doing, and we can't carry all this crap around with us, all these resentments. They drag us down, and it's a better world than that. And making it a better world starts with you and me. It doesn't start with the big ones. God, they're screwed up. It starts with you and me, whether we want to make it a better environment or we want to make it a better society. Everything starts at our own front door. And that would be our great resolution, I think, for 2020, to be more forgiving. Anyway, that's what I reckon. I don't know about you. You'll have your own, I guess. But my late father used to ask me, what's your New Year's resolution? I used to get so pissed off because I couldn't have one. I mean, what the hell? But I guess that's my resolution for this year, to be more forgiving. Anyway, God bless you all. And God bless poor 2020. I think it's going to be a good year, actually. A brammer of a year. Let's hope so. All blessings. Bye.